When will the next major update for Grounded be released? I was expecting it to be in late April or early May based on the recent timing between major updates, but there's a chance it may come much sooner. In this video, I'm going to let you know why I think that may be the case, as well as share some unexpected bad news that was recently revealed and what I think the future of Grounded will be. Before we begin, make sure to click the subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you never miss any future Grounded videos. Let's get started. The Obsidian team working on Grounded has always done a great job listening to the community, and it is this reason that I think the next update could be coming sooner than expected. If they have been keeping a pulse on the community, they can surely see there has been a lot more negativity than at any time in the past. The first example is the livestream chats. Prior to the Into the Wood public test server, the dev livestream chats were always super positive. This changed quickly after the PTS opened. Between the balance changes made in that update, the lack of content, and the announcement that future updates will be both lighter on content and less frequent, the tone of the chat shifted to mostly negative. While I felt the same way, it was a bit jarring for me to see this much discontent with the current state of the game, and it had to be extremely difficult for the Obsidian team to get through that stream and those that followed. There's also been an undeniable shift in my community as well. It started with a cadence of updates moved from monthly to every few months. Prior to that, when I asked people how often they were playing, they always said several days a week. When I asked if they were going to start fresh for the next update, the majority said yes. After the Hot and Hazy update, and even more so after the Into the Wood update, that all changed. When I asked, the majority of players said they are continuing existing saves after updates instead of starting fresh. They are not playing as much or at all between updates because most of them have more than 50 hours in the game, have done most if not everything in the game at least once, and don't want to have to give up the work they put into their existing saves. I think the further along the game goes, the more common this will become, as more time one sinks into a save, the harder it will be to give it up while repeating the same content over and over again. At the same time, continuing a save will mean getting through the new content pretty quickly. The Into the Wood update only provided a day's worth of content at best if you had completed everything leading up to it, and future updates may add even less content. This means many players will play a new update for a day or two, then stop until the next update. Each time this happens, the player base will likely erode as more and more players decide to stop playing altogether, or simply wait until a full release later this year. I've also seen a more negative tone in my YouTube comments recently. Like the dev live streams, my comment sections were usually mostly positive, but lately comments like these are becoming more common. Kinda waiting for the full game to release before replaying, spoiling anything past Hot and Hazy update, to be honest. I've just turned away from the game until a new update drops. I just needed a break from Grounded content. Watch them, enjoyed them, just seem like people aren't playing as much due to the lack of content, so videos aren't doing as well. Not playing anymore until it's released. I'm just not invested in Grounded at the moment. The game is just stale even on update day. I haven't really been playing Grounded, I've been going back to Fortnite and Minecraft. Not your fault, the recent update was too shallow, so there's not enough material for original, interesting content to keep up players' attention. Grounded is going to lose popularity in general until there's something really big added to the whole upper yard. Aside from a general increase in negativity surrounding the game, there has also been a noticeable drop in interest in the game. While it will be great to see the Game Pass stats, they are not available, so I pulled the next best thing, Steam charts. Here's the Steam charts data from early access release in July 2020 until today. You'll notice a peak at launch followed by a sharp decline. The other peaks all correspond with free weekends on Steam and major updates around those free weekends. Interestingly though, the player count falls off hard right after the free weekend ends, meaning the game is not retaining those players or does not offer enough to make them want to spend the $30 to play the game at that time. In fact, looking at the two most recent Steam free weekends, the peak players during the Into the Wood free weekend only attracted about half the players of the Hot and Hazy free weekend. Looking at Google Trends, which shows Google search interest around a topic, you'll see a similar pattern. There is a little interest when the first trailer is released, then a huge spike when the game releases into early access. Since then, however, there have only been minor blips of interest when the major updates have released. Personally, I've also seen a drop in interest from my Grounded live streams. The first day at the most recent public test server, I peaked at over 300 viewers and averaged over 200. I had similar numbers when the update officially released 2 weeks later, but recently I've been averaging less than 60 viewers. I've seen similar trends for others that stream and create content here on YouTube as well. At this point, viewers have seen and done all there is to do in the new update, so they are less interested in watching. So why does all of this make me think there's a chance the next update could be coming sooner than expected? It was announced on this week's dev livestream that game director Adam Brennicky will be on the March 23rd livestream. The last time he was on a livestream was the day the Into the Wood public test server surprisingly opened. While there is no guarantee that his appearance means an update that day, or even shortly thereafter, I think there is a chance it could happen, and at the very least he will be providing some type of insight into what we can expect in the next update, and hopefully he can address the concerns that many of us have right now. Grounded is an amazing game, I think we can all agree on that, But right now the game isn't holding people's interest as much as it did in the past, especially those that have been playing it for an extended amount of time. Infrequent updates with only a few hours of content isn't going to solve that problem, so I think it's in the best interest of the developers to try to provide more frequent updates, or at the very least to provide a roadmap of what to expect. Right now we are all in the dark regarding what is coming next and how the game will end. Everything from this point on is pure speculation. I can't speak for you, but I'd rather have at least some idea of what to expect with a few surprises mixed in, rather than being completely in the dark and waiting months for an update. For all these reasons, I think the next update may come sooner than expected, but I also have some concerns about the full release of Grounded. During that same dev livestream, someone asked about dedicated servers, a feature that is listed on the feature board and one that has, in the past, been mentioned as something the team would like to add in the future. The answer to that question was not one I was expecting. While there was no flat out yes or no, I took the answer to be a soft no. The answer was basically console players wouldn't be able to play on a dedicated server, and the team wants everyone to be on a level playing field. I don't know how else to take that other than dedicated servers are likely off the table, and that is very concerning given the current state of multiplayer. For many, multiplayer is simply unplayable if they are not the host. I know some have said they have had no issues, but most people I have asked have said their multiplayer experience wasn't positive. Grounded is certainly more fun with friends, so I hope that the team can figure out how to make multiplayer more stable if dedicated servers aren't an option. In addition to that, I and some others I have spoke with think that dedicated servers might not be the only planned feature on the chopping block. We have no inside information, this is purely our feeling based on all the information we do have. That feeling is the dev team is being pressured to finish the game by the end of the year, and that other things they may have wanted to include in the game may also be scrapped. I know they said the plan is to continue support after full release, and I do believe that will still happen, but I think it will be at a reduced scale. Things I'd love to see added like base raids and player-created content seem less likely at this point, and if I had to guess what post-release updates will include, I'd say bug fixes and cosmetics like different outfits for the teens and painting walls. In all honesty, I hope I'm wrong about this, but no matter what, I will be playing the game as long as there is new content being added and it remains fun to play. Grounded is one of my favorite games of all time, I have more hours in it than almost every other game I played, and most importantly, I've spent dozens of hours playing it with my kids, where thankfully I was the host. So that's my thoughts on the next update and the future of Grounded. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong about the planned features being scrapped, but right now I think it's inevitable. What do you think? Are you happy with the current state of the game and with the plan going forward, or would you like to see some changes? Would you like to see a roadmap and/or more frequent updates? Do you agree with my feeling that features may be cut in order to finish the game by the end of the year? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and thank you to the Overseer91, Grey Knight, Baz Channel, and all my other channel members who help make videos like this possible. You too can support my channel and have your name included in the credits of future videos, as well as unlock exclusive emotes and loyalty badges that can be used in the comment sections of videos and the chat during live streams by clicking the join card on the screen right now or via the link in the description. Becoming a channel member is the best way to support my channel and is equivalent to watching more than 1,000 of my videos each month. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.